Nightmare, nightmare. He wakes up, RV Jedi David wakes up in the morning. It's chilly. It's like 42 degrees in Green Bay, Wisconsin. But it's time for that first big spring trip. So he gets his RV out of the storage garage there, and he's all ready, and it's all ready to go, and he's hitting the road. It's kind of cloudy, dank, and damp, but then he hears this weird noise coming from the roof. And it's his roof. Its roof is blowing off. Anyway, I think he said it's the roof. There's the roof, but it's a covering over the top of the roof there. It just blew all off, and so he's trying to use a drill or whatever, a screwy thing to kind of get it down so he can at least get it repaired, because it's probably going to rain, you know, and that's not good if your roof cover is all blown off. Oh my lordy. So after a quick jaunt around Devil State Park there where he was going to go, he decides to turn around and head back to Green Bay, and hopefully Dave can get his vehicle roof restored. Fingers crossed. All right, it's a 16-year-old RV, which is the same age as Little Adam, 2005. Anyway, and it, you know, hey, he says that happens every year. That first trip out there, there's always something big that he has to fix in the RV, and this one is going to cost him, quote, an arm and a leg. I don't know. Do a GoFundMe for an arm and a leg. I don't know. Where does he go? Right back to the garage. And at least the RV will stay dry in there. Is there a new roof in the future? Stay tuned. Richlife of Road Trips. He was out hanging around with Rosie O'Kelly a while back. Anyway, I think he's based in Kentucky, Tennessee, that area. Anyway, he had just bought a new to him RV there in North Carolina, and he is just mad. He's just angry. He's frustrated at all the nasty comments he gets on YouTube. He does a lot of these live streams, although these look like pretty short videos. Oh, there's one from a day ago. Anyway, he's just angry. And seriously contemplating just getting off of YouTube, but somehow I don't think he will, because I think he's just too much of his life is invested in YouTube right now, and you know what? He's bringing you along for the ride, right? So it's kind of company for him. I don't know. Let's see if he sticks with it. I think he will. All right, a strange noise also. You know, RV Jedi there had a strange noise coming from the top of his vehicle. It turned out his roof was blowing off. But now we have Rosie. Rosie was driving up the coast of California there to get some peace and sanity in her life from her crazy life there in beautiful Santa Rosa, California. And she hears this weird rubbing sound coming from the back, the passenger side, and it turns out to be some overheated brakes. She's thinking of all the things that it could be, and of course that all goes through your mind. How much money is this going to cost? You know, RVing is such a fun thing, isn't it? It's just like, what is that strange noise this time? I gotta say this about the clickbait photos that people put up for their YouTube videos. This is one of them. Philip and Lydia, van life, how to get Wi-Fi internationally when you're traveling on the road. And okay, now, okay, so you know, are you gonna want to watch this one? If you're a guy, you're probably gonna go, oh yeah. And then you got this one, leave everything and wander, explore your own backyard. Again, are you gonna watch this one? Might be worth watching. And then of course there's this. The RV Odd Couple. When the wife installs soft start. Are you going to watch this one? That arrow's pointing to whatever's interesting. I just say, you know, these guys know how to get some clickbaity pictures and get some extra views. Just saying. Did kind of predict it. Adam the Woo is definitely set his sights on April 30th to go to Disney Land's reopening. You know, Disneyland hasn't been reopened in almost over a year now, right? It closed back at the beginning of the pandemic in California there, and they haven't reopened it. It's going to reopen on the 30th, and he does, you know, it's only supposedly being reopened to people that are California residents. And even though, he does have a house in Florida, he also has a house in California that he's renting out to somebody right now. But he does have some utility bills in his name in the California residence, so he will attempt to use those. He does have the tickets already, but he doesn't think it's going to be a problem. But if somebody confronts him, are you a California resident? I think they're going to let him in. I think they will. He says he thinks there's a 90% chance they will. We'll see. Hey, good one from Robin. Their Creativity RV DIY caution how to paint your RV walls. Even in an RV, don't just paint your walls. There's rules to obey, and you better do that or else. Really nice one from Catherine Gregory and her day at camp in the desert. If you're looking for just a nice video to watch, check that out for sure. Indigo Traveler there from New Zealand is busy going around some sketchy neighborhoods of Honduras. I hope Snow and Kurt avoid those when they're down there, Lainey's continuing her bus build. Remember, her RV caught fire and burned completely up back there about April 1st or so, and she got GoFundMe going, got a bus, and now she's at the Howa compound there, I believe in Pahrump, and they're working to build out her bus for her. That is the transformation right now. All the bus seats are being torn out, and they're making some living space room for Lainey. So it looks like little while she'll be back ready to hit the road, right? All right, that's what Dave likes. Camo Dave, Microwave Dave. Yeah, he don't use no oven. He don't use no conventional oven. He uses the microwave because it's just so convenient. Anyway, this is SUV RVing there. Take your microwave on the road in your SUV for quick, easy meals. What powers that monster? A 2,000 watt hour Blue Eddy. Oh yeah. I think I said 2,000 watt hour, right? 2,000. Anyway, I only ran down 5% of the battery capability there to cook up his little lovely paper plate bowl meal there in the middle of nowhere. So some good grub for SUV RV there. Hey, let's do a few letters here on. Is this on? Oh my goodness, my battery's almost down. I still got a bar or two. Let's keep going, shall we? Some letters. Robert Young. Oh, Robert Young. Dr. Marcus Welby. Is that? Robert Young says, I'm really quite bored with these nomads. It's all the same stuff. They all work so hard to bring us these videos. I can see the calluses on their hands and the muscle building in their bodies, said none of us. No name, send Dave t-shirts, not money, otherwise he will blow it all on sad clown heads. You know what I would like? I like military t-shirts, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. I like that. Medium. Medium's a good one, or else I'll blow money on sad clown heads. I bought these at the local, one of the stores there in Morganton. This was what, $10 for 8 heads. They're sad clown heads. I don't know, man. I just thought this was freaky. This is the glass that Life with Aaron gave me for my birthday last year. So yeah. Anyway, so it's got. I thought this is nice little oddity for the studio here. What do you think? Everybody is still trying to figure out the whole thing with Max and Lee and why she jumped in front of the train and whatever. Steven says, I suffer from severe depression and sometimes have been suicidal. I've been informed that it's caused by a chemical imbalance in the brain. As sad as Lee's passing is, it may have nothing to do with anything that was said or done to her and may be entirely due to an imbalance within her brain. We just don't know. It's still, again, it is a very mysterious thing, even today with modern medicine and depression and that kind of thing. It's just it's really sad. It's really sad. And one of the things happens is everybody does the blame game when somebody does that, especially, again, from what we read in that article with her dad there talking to the Australian television station, that morning she was happy, had plans for the day, was going to go swimming, had plans for the next day to go get her vaccine, had plans for the next week to go and, go to a bridal shower thing. I don't know, man. It's weird. It's strange. But we do, we definitely do need to know more about all that stuff so we can prevent it from happening to more people in the future. Janina says, Campervan Kevin should have given me Miss Gypsy for all the coverage you give him. Yeah, like I want a Class A. Yeah, right. The parody channels still call you-know-who out. Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, I do agree with you. Okay, it goes on and on here, and anyway, so, yeah. Janina is right. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do with a Class A. It would just be a money pit. Rip Snorton said, was watching Chrome Van City Van Life last night. He mentioned 2 times that he has an assistant. I almost choked. He does. He's mentioned that. He has somebody out there who's helping him, I guess, send out stickers and do some other things. These YouTubers, they get to a point where their channels get so big and they're offering stickers and merch and all these other things. It just becomes too much for one person to handle. So he's got somebody out there to help him, which totally makes sense. I hope he's paying the assistant pretty well. He probably can afford, to hire one, yeah. And we're talking about parody channels here. There are certain parts of this parody video channel that we were referring through this morning that makes me think it was created for parody. But I'm starting to think that you-know-who created this channel under another name to do self-parody on himself. What better way, what more brilliant thing to do, is control the parody channels about you. He obviously has a sense of humor, this particular nomad that we don't talk about. And, do parodies about yourself, but take them to the point where they don't go into areas you don't want talked about. That's kind of brilliant, it's like buying your competition. Buy your competition out, and then, you control what your competition does so they don't take away your main business. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain sense of brilliance to it, Meowish says, little Adam, my car steering wheel needs a cleaning. Yes, it does. Little Adam needs a good cleaning, a detailing, yeah. I need a few assistants. I do need a few assistants. Benny Simpson said, parody is dead or dying. Yeah, I do think a lot of the parody channels have been, they've gone away. A lot of parody channels that we've seen for a lot of the nomads. There used to be 5 or 6 or 7 good ones, and now we're down to maybe 1 or 2, I don't know, man. It's harder to, again, with copyright and all that other stuff, it's much easier, I think, for nomads that don't like the parody channels to shut them down. I was showing a camo tarp this morning, and somebody had, I guess, was loading furniture into the loading dock, and they put the camo tarp over the furniture. And Dennis advises me not to steal the tarp because he will turn me in. He'll tell on me. That would be nice to put over little Adam when it rains. Then it would prevent some of the leaks, Beantown 85 says, I don't think I've ever come across anybody in my life that loves to hear himself talk as much as Dave does. God bless him. M Trade says, Dave, are you going to take me up on my bet or not? If Nomadland wins Best Picture, I'm sending you coupons for Burger King. If Nomadland loses Best Picture, I'll send him some coupons. Deal or no deal? It's a deal. It's a deal. Where's my coupons? I got coupons here somewhere. Yeah, I'll get them. Yeah. Anyway, I got them here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, an $8.99 Whopper meal for 2. An $8.99 Whopper meal for 2. For me and Morgan. Oh, yeah. All right, everybody, that ought to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. It is the 18th of April, 2021. You have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Sunday. Vlog under.